How about now?
Good.
Good. Okay, let's start this again. Greetings, everyone. Thank you for spending part of your day with the Morton College Early Childhood Education Department. My name is Sonia Pancheva, and at the end of the session, I hope I will win you for the program we offer at Morton College, preparing early childhood educators. My first question to all of you is, do you enjoy being around young children? Remember working, playing with younger siblings or with children of friends or relatives during birthday celebrations and other holidays. If you have fun being around young children, you definitely can think about becoming an early childhood educator for life. Probably we all know how important teachers are in general at any level of education, but I'm partial to the early childhood educators just because I have spent over 30 years working with young children and educating young prospective teachers of young children. And I definitely know that we play such an important role in overall child's development. We inspire young children, provide them with opportunities to learn, explore, and have fun in early childhood classroom settings. And definitely young teachers of young children are these who provide them with foundation for lifelong success. Probably you have all heard about the importance of the first 3 and first 7 years in the child's life and education. And I have to tell you that there are so many reasons for a young person to become a teacher of young children. I will only give you 5 reasons to study early childhood education, and I hope that soon after that you'll convince yourself that this is your area of study and you will become the next early childhood educator. The first reason is for you to gain knowledge about developmental milestones of young children. I always tell my students that in our early childhood courses, you will learn something very important, not just for you to help you to become a young professional, but you will learn how to raise up and how to look for specific characteristics when you raise your own children, which is also a big benefit because in order to become anything in life, you need to go to school, and nothing prepares you how to become a parent. And for many young people coming to our courses, to our program, that is also another important benefit. But in general, in our program, you will learn about developmental milestones of children ages from birth to 5, from crawling to walking, to saying the first words and speaking in full sentences, and everything happening in between. This will help you learn to work with different age groups and find ways and strategies and methods that will address the specific characteristics of those particular age groups. What helps children learn best at age 1, 2, 3, and so on? In fact, most of the child's brain development occurs during the first 3 years of life. This is where miracles happen on a daily basis. And you will be the person, you might be the educator helping children reach these developmental milestones in such young age. Research shows that everything children learn and do and explore and experiment in this early age definitely affects their learning skills for life. The second reason is that as teachers of young children, you will understand the importance and the specific of the early learning process. An early childhood education degree is a chance to learn about the specific tools, strategies, techniques, methods, classroom settings that will help young children learn. Something, again, that will benefit them for the rest of their life. Imagine how much good learning skills which we establish in young children will affect them positively later in life when they're expected to be more organized, more confident, and take care of their own well-being. The first 5 years of the child's life are essential for the long-term success, and you can be the part of it. You can make this happen. Reason number 3, learn relationship building skills. How many of you remember their first teacher? At the time I was 3, 4, and 5, there was no preschool. So I didn't have the chance to have this early learning experiences, but I definitely remember my kindergarten and first grade teacher, and many children remember their first teachers for life. So you might have this unique opportunity to learn about building relationship between children and teachers at first, and between children, teachers, and parents, as educational partners. Also, it's important to build educational professional relationship between different grade level teachers so we can assure that children have smooth and effortless transition from one grade level to another. Also important is to build relationship with another community leaders and institutions, because as I'm going to mention a little bit later, teachers also play a role in becoming advocates for early childhood education. Early childhood development professionals need to be able to work with parents to help them understand how children learn and how they can extend their child's learning at home. I always say that learning only begins in school and continues at home. And who knows their children better than parents, which will allow children to feel more comfortable in the new for them school environment, and also allow teachers learn some characteristics that we will allow to tailor instruction and to be able to reach to the needs of each individual child. At the same time, you will create and manage relationship with community members and other professionals in your school and district, in your area of residence, and that will allow you to find the best resources and opportunities for your students in case they need referral for additional screening, for developmental evaluation, or special education services if a child is diagnosed with a specific disability. Reason number 4, provide hands-on learning experiences. Graduates from our program will get the opportunity to learn how to provide their students with unique hands-on experiences. Young children do not learn through lectures or PowerPoint presentations. Instead of showing students colors or on flashcards or papers, teachers can use other resources such as books, toys, sand and water exploration to help children learn shapes, textures, colors, numbers, and other elements. If you really want to interact with students in creative ways, you'll benefit from early childhood education programs to offer you ideas on hands-on learning experiences through doing, touching, sensing, rather than instruction, which is more effective in the upper grades of education. So hands-on experiences, doing rather than saying and being taught about, being instructed about all of those basic concepts children have to acquire in early age. I always say that it's much beyond letters and colors and numbers 1 to 20. There is so much children can learn by being immersed in those meaningful experiences in active exploration, which is the basis of the hands-on experiences. And reason number 5, advocate for early childhood education resources and initiatives. Advocacy is community, state, and national policy where teachers of young children can actively participate and advocate for the importance of free preschool and early childhood education opportunities. Many graduates go on to improve the educational system for generations to come through work at local, state, and national level. And that's because early childhood education professionals have the knowledge, the resources, and the practical experiences they can share and influence officials in many ways that not many others can. You have to be in the profession on a regular basis to know how things happen and to be able to convince and to influence administrators from different level of our community, state, and national system to take the cost of free and affordable early childhood education to the next level. Who can tell them better than us teachers? Many educational professionals who work with young children must also advocate for their student needs, not just to governmental bodies, but to nonprofit organizations and other groups as well. They work to get the best resources, the best experiences, and ultimately the best education for their students, no matter where they come from, who their parents are, and what is their background. And this is especially important in our current social situation where so many people fight for equality. And I have to tell you from experience that if we treat children as they deserve, and if we address their uniqueness and individual needs, children will grow up more confident, more respected, and more sure that their voices will be heard. So imagine the impact you can make as early childhood educator, not only in the child's life, but also in their future development, and also impact we can make in their family's life in order to improve experiences they have in school or in their communities and their social environment as well. So I hope you are able to taste the importance of the early childhood educator, and I hope you got excited about the many different career possibilities ahead, knowing that you will spend your days not only working with young children and helping them learn what they need to know to move forward in life, but that you will also be truly making impact on today's educational system, in our communities, and in every family of a child coming to your classroom settings. Whether our graduates work in traditional classrooms or are employed as tutors and support staff, you have enormous impact on the life of young children across communities in ways that could possibly affect them positively for life. Here I'm introducing the different types of certificates we offer in this department, and one of the terms I use is stackable credentials. If you look at the subjects and the courses you have to take for each one of those certificates, you will see that many of them appear in the different types of certificates. So when some young people don't know exactly what they want or which direction should they take, I always tell them start with small steps. Start with several courses that will allow you to quickly obtain career certificate and see where you're going to go from there. So you see that for the first certificate we offer, Early Childhood Aid, you only need overall of 12 credit hours. Those are 4 courses. All of the certificates have those basic courses, EC 100, Early Childhood Growth and Development, 101, Observation and Assessment of Children, Health, Safety and Nutrition for Children, and Introduction in Early Childhood Education, which is EC 110. You will see those courses appearing in the next certificate, Early Childhood Assistant, plus 2 extra, Teaching Exceptional Children. This course is specifically designed for teaching children with suspected or diagnosed disabilities in inclusive settings, meaning that children with disabilities receive their services in education in the mainstream classroom along with otherwise healthy kids. Special education or teaching exceptional children definitely stresses on the idea of inclusion and not separating these children with special needs from the rest of their peers. Another course that appears here is EC 115, Family, School, and Community, which talks about connection between families, parents, schools, teachers, and community organizations and leaders, which definitely make impacts on the family life and educational policies and everything schools and teachers do in order to foster this relationship. At the bottom of the screen, you will see that the certificate will allow students to apply for Level 2 Early Childhood Education Illinois Gateways credential. What that means is that the state of Illinois has created career ladder system, which allows university to align what they do, to align their early childhood courses with the state requirements. Morton College is entitled institution, which means that all of the courses we offered are aligned with those expectations and credentials, which in simple words mean that once you graduate successfully from our program with different types of certificates or with the associate degree in early childhood education, you will know that you have covered all of the competencies and you can be very competitive in your job search in the field of education. So this is also a detail that shows how serious our program preparation program is. The next certificate is the Early Childhood Education Career Certificate. We talk about the overall total of 30 credit hours, which can be achieved in 2 semesters. Again, you will see some of the basic courses, plus some others that will expand your knowledge in different aspects of early childhood education. So again, if I go back, you can see that each one of those certificates can be obtained. And if you have to be part-time and decide when and how you're going to continue with your education, you will have the ability to have a job placement based on the types of certificate you obtain, and continue with selection of courses that will take you to the next level. The next one is the Early Childhood Education Career Certificate, and you will see that this curriculum is designed for students wishing to prepare for entry-level position in early childhood education programs. It meets the minimum educational credentials and requirements established again by the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services, and again, simply achievable in 2 semesters coming to Morton College. What is unique for Morton College is the Early Childhood Nature Assistant Career Certificate. This is a program created in collaboration with the Chicago Zoological Society and Brookfield Zoo. And this program is designed to provide basic knowledge on child development and developmentally appropriate programming for people who desire to work in zoos, park districts, and museums. Some of those courses, like nature, art, and the young child, child, family, culture, and nature, environment, nature, and play, nature, play, in and out, and fundamentals, nature, play, and learning, take place in Brookfield Zoo in the Youth Educational Center. So students are very excited when they explore those extra educational opportunities. Needless to say that all of the courses are presented by highly qualified professionals. The overall total for this certificate is 18 credit hours, also achievable in 2 semesters. And what I say that it should be the ultimate goal for all of our students is, as you go along and obtain another new certificate, think about going all the way to the end and obtaining associate degree in early childhood education. Those are 64 credit hours, and you can achieve this in 2 years if you want to, or you can stretch them in longer time, depending of what your personal goals and timetable is. But again, this degree will allow you to apply for one of the following state credentials: Level 4 Early Childhood Credential, Level 4 Infant Toddler, and Level 1 Illinois Director Credential. So some courses in the program also will prepare young professionals to be administrators of early childhood programs as they desire to take the extra step and see themselves in some administrative positions. What can you do after graduating with associate degree in early childhood education? Many young people have the idea of becoming private childcare providers, home daycare providers. You can become preschool teacher assistant, kindergarten teacher assistant, special education assistant, instructional aid for early childhood English as a second language programming, bilingual or ESL instructional aids. You can become daycare center director, Head Start teacher, or you can continue your education as you transfer to four-year college or university. Morton College has articulation with several institutions in the Chicago area, and the Early Childhood Department also has articulation with Dominican University, National Louis, Concordia, and some others will accept many of the credentials you obtain at the two-year experience at Morton College. And this is my contact information. For if you have individual questions, you can also email me at tsonka.pencheva@morton.edu or call the extension I'm showing here. I will definitely make time for each of the students who are prospective students who are interested in more information. So even over the summer, I check my work email several times a day. So I definitely can respond to you in a timely manner. And you can also see my office number if you wish to stop by and talk to me in person. This is the second floor of the new wing of Building C, office number 273. Now it's time for you to ask questions.
Thank you, Sonia.
Do you have questions?
Like you said, I'm ready to get started. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I have to tell you that the second time probably I will do it better.
No, you were amazing.
I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah,
I prefer people.
You were really good. I was just telling Diego, you are so thorough. I think you've been like the most thorough, and you like you really gave me an understanding like what is needed, what courses, what certificates, and I like that. I think that's really good.
Okay.
Plus, your voice is so soothing.
Thank you so much. It was
I didn't put you to sleep.
No, it was that very like I feel calm, I feel relaxed, yes. I'm alert. You're so good.
Yes. Well, I have to tell you that this is how we work with children. I cannot be different to my adult students. They need to feel that we care about them, just like they have to care about the young people in front of them. So there is no other way. So again, if you have some suggestions for improvement, you can email me later if you want to, but you know, the only regret is that we didn't have participants, but we cannot predict that. So
yeah. Well, thank you so much. You could stop recording it if you'd like. And then once it's done, like rendering, it'll show you like the file. You could just email me the video.
Okay.
Okay. But you did good, and we will be in touch if we do this again. So you can do it another time, and hopefully we have participants. Okay.
Okay. I don't think I'll go anywhere this summer. So yes, stop recording.